And Rajdeep, in Siwan, you also see traditionally, because many of the Yadavs were with CPI-ML and Shahabuddin was against them. So unlike rest of the Bihar, a section of Yadavs until recently were voting away from RJD. This time, you find a super consolidation of M and Y. So consolidation of the core is the key this time.
You know, very interesting, Preeti, because you just mentioned a short while ago, Magadh Patliputra. The real story is building up there. NDA now leading in 15 there and the Mahagathbandhan in 9. Remember, Mahagathbandhan is down 3 here, NDA up. I'm trying to understand what could be shifting in Magadh. The belief, of course, is once again a reconsolidation is taking place of the traditional NDA vote, a wider, the EBCs in particular, the extremely backward caste, could be the crucial element. 26% of Bihar's population, at least, you add Paswanda Muslims, they become 36, but that 26%, 112 subcastes in that EBCs could be crucial come this election. Yes, Preeti.
You know, you talk about Magadh in the Patliputra region. History stands testimony that the region has always shifted loyalties. But Rajdeep, look at Darbhanga, look at Muzaffarpur, look at Madhubani. These were the areas where we were tracking the riverine area where the VIP vote base is of the Malha community. Right now, there are at least initial trends seem to suggest that massive dents haven't happened to that vote bank of the NDA.
Let's see Darbhanga, for example, at the moment. BJP leading. Let's see Madhubani at the moment. My wonderful driver, Ramesh Mandal, comes from there. He's very keen to know what's happening in Madhubani. Mandal Saab, Samir Kumar Mahaset is leading of the RJD at the moment. So in Madhubani also...
That's anti-incumbency, Rajdeep. Yeah, Madhubani is a lot of anti-incumbency against the BJP candidate. Local factors.
So you're seeing at one level, two things happening. One is consolidation, Amitabh, but one is also the election in some places becoming hyper-local. Agar mere paas strong candidate hai, if the existing MLA is unpopular or underperforming, there is a switching of seats also taking place.
Yeah, because public is in a way giving a message or punishing the parties which have not changed their MLAs despite having anti-incumbency. See, one narrative was working also on the ground.
Yes.
That this Gujarati versus Bihari narrative, correct? So on seats where the BJP did not change candidates despite high anti-incumbency, the RJD spread the narrative that Gujarat में पूरे के पूरे बदल देते हैं, यहाँ नहीं बदला.
Very interesting. Yes, Maria, what do you have for us on the big
And
ball?
a word on what has happened. The RJD changed 40% of its candidates out of 75.
Yes.
And on the other side, that was not the case. But let's look at the big breaking that is coming in now. It's 8:35 and we have the numbers or projection for close to 110 seats. And it appears that NDA ahead of Mahagathbandhan by close to 15 seats at the moment as we look at 8:35. BJP again ahead of JDU, an interesting dynamic that is playing out because within the NDA it is the fight for party number 1 and party number 2, because if that shifts, then lot can change in the context of Bihar. Again, the big takeaway is that Prashant Kishor's Jan Suraj party has made a start. Perhaps it has to wait a little more. But again, we are saying these are very early trends. BJP ahead of JDU, I think we have to talk about that, Rajdeep, because that's an interesting trend which is coming now.
Very interesting, because the fact, Rajat Sethi, is there is that fight between BJP and JDU, party number 1 kaun banega. And many believe that in 2020, Chirag Paswan was used almost as a stalking horse to cut Nitish Kumar to size, someone who had switched sides several times. This time they've all consolidated. They're all on the same side. BJP is proving, if these numbers hold, that they are party number 1 within the NDA. If these numbers hold.
To give you a cricketing analogy, a day's time is a big time. Things can change over a session. Politics has really changed from what it was in 2020. Back then, Nitish Kumar was still nursing that one last desire that he could, come in and stamp his presence on the national scene. That is not there anymore. So I don't see that competition that you are seeing between BJP and JDU right now. I did not see it across the board, and I don't see it going to be a major challenge.
One of the interesting questions will be, depending on the numbers, will Nitish Kumar remain Chief Minister, Javed Ansari?
Yes, that's the question I was asking.
I'm asking you that question. Would you believe he will remain? Irrespective of the numbers, if the NDA crosses the halfway mark, does Nitish Babu remain CM or not? What's your view?
If Nitish Babu doesn't remain CM, then there'll be a flip-flop.
Then he will go back to the RJD. You're saying he would go back to the RJD.
He can go back.
He
to
can,
the-
yes, very quickly, Gaurav.
It would depend on who gets how many numbers when the generational shift takes place. The generational shift has taken place in other parties. It's taken place in Tejashwi Yadav, for example. Here, some point of time it will take place, but when I specifically put that question to Amit Shah, he insisted that as of now, it is Nitish Kumar.
Koi vacancy nahi hai.
But that decision will be taken by Nitish Kumar himself. Right?
That decision will be taken. You're
By
saying
Nitish Kumar.
Nitish Kumar will
Will
decide.
decide a
yes.
successor,
Yes.
whosoever it will be.
We're running ahead of ourselves.
Rajdeep,
there a
but
second line?
AIMIM
Okay, I want to
is
come-
leading. AIMIM is leading in Amor, in Simachal, where many thought that it might not
But
get
that's
a
the
single
only
lead.
seat
That's-
because
Yeah, but
the
that's the
state
seat which
president
could have
of the
been, yes.
AIMIM is
Exactly.
there.
State president.
Okay.